Good morning, Falcons. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, 2026. I'm Lizzie,
And I'm Liana.
and this is your view from the Falcons Nest.
If you checked anything out from the Media Center, make sure you return it by Friday.
In this week's edition of Health Minute, there is more information on the new 988 suicide prevention number. The state's 988 system is leading to an uptick even more young people accessing life-saving services. The program, launched in 2022, allows anyone to call to receive immediate over-the-phone mental health care. Despite the successes of 988 mental health advocates, point out that suicide remains a leading cause of death for teens and young adults. Federal legislation in 2020 led to the national launch of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Much like 911, the new law required every state to create local call centers, coordinate with the mobile response providers, and offer 24/7 service. In January, 11,830 calls were placed with 988, compared to the 8,386 calls in October. That marks a 41% increase in calls in just 15 months.
Indiana ranks among the 10 states with the largest increase in answered 988 calls. From July 2022 to October 2024, the 10 states with the most calls in aggregate saw a 146% increase. The 10 states with the smallest increase saw a 24% uptick. The states with the largest increase in calls saw the biggest reduction in observed to expected suicides among people aged 15 to 34. According to the study published online in April in the Journal of the American Medical Association, data showed observed suicides nationwide were lower than expected based on pre-988 trends. During the 2-year study period, 35,529 suicides were observed compared to 39,901 expected suicides. That totals 4,372 fewer suicides, or an 11% reduction. Teens can call, text, or chat online to talk through mental health issues before they spiral into suicide. The service is especially useful in rural areas of the state where suicide rates are higher and young people have far less access to mental health clinics, psychiatrists, and hospitals. The call system, coupled with other efforts to bolster mental health, appear to be making a dent in suicide deaths. And that's this week's edition of Health Minute.
After longtime organizers of the Washington Community Fireworks Show stepped away, town officials say they worked hard to keep the tradition alive, but it was unsustainable to continue. And the fireworks show, which have celebrated America's 250th birthday, will not happen this summer. In a statement, town officials said, "Over the past year, we made expensive efforts to find support, sending more than 1,100 letters, posting on social media, including notices with utility bills, and holding public meetings and contacting various organizations. But the response was very limited, making it unsustainable to continue. At an early March meeting, residents were told that they needed more than 60 total volunteers to have fireworks. Many are concerned and disappointed about this cancellation, but that doesn't mean a fireworks show is out of the picture. Some are stepping forward with plans to create a separate show. On Facebook, local business and residents have been generating commitments for a show. So far, they've raised more than $5,000. Now to weather with AJ.
Today's weather is an actual temp of 39, real feel 44, air quality fair, partly cloudy. Now moving on to 3-day forecast. Tuesday at high 72, low 48, rainy. Wednesday at high 54, low 38, partly cloudy. Thursday at high 65, low 46, partially cloudy. Now moving on to sports with Emma.
Our baseball teams had a whopper of an outing against the 9th largest high school in the state last night. Coach John Nadoli's varsity defeated Elkhart 9-4. Meanwhile, the JV walloped the Lions 22-8. Hanover Central, which defeated John Glenn Saturday, is ranked number 8 this week in the Indiana Girls Softball Association coaches poll. There's a new number 1 team in Glenn's class, and it is Logan Sport. Yorktown is second, followed by Cascade, Cathedral, Roncalli, New Palestine, and Leo, which defeated Glenn earlier this year. Edgewood is 9th, Indian Creek is 10th, with South Bend St. Joe 11th. In 4A, some regional battles are brewing with Lake Central at number 1, Crown Point at number 2, and Penn at number 5. In 1A, South Central is 9th, and Pioneer, which Glenn defeated earlier this season, is number 15. Winnemac is number 7 in 2A, with Gary and Adrian 9th, Rochester 10th, Knox 13th, Boone Grove 14th, and Central Noble 15th. Tonight, the boys' golf team is at LaVille, while the girls' tennis team competes in the Indiana Northern State Conference tournament. The softball team will be at Jimtown. The JV baseball team hosts South Central, and the varsity plays Morgan Township. The conference boys and girls track meet is Wednesday. Thursday, the golf team hosts Bremen, and the tennis team plays at the conference tournament. The baseball team hosts Bremen, and the softball team plays Tippecanoe Valley. Saturday, in the annual Oubliette Golf Invitational for the boys and baseball team will be at Bremen. And now back to lunch with AJ.
Today's lunch we have beef taco, chicken, wrap, Caesar, Uncrustable, ham and turkey salad. For the sides, we got banana, cookie, and taco toppings. Now, have an amazing day, Falcons.